Ankle and foot mobility. So throw away those socks, throw away your trainers, come with me, let's do some exercise. So these exercises are going to be great if you're a runner, if you're a sports person of any sorts, if you're a climber in particular, and I've just started climbing, so I know that my feet need to do some mobility exercises. But you may also just feel a little stiff in the joints, a bit of arthritis maybe. So these exercises are going to be great for you as well. Come on, let's go. Let's start with your feet slightly apart. Check your toes are pointing forward so your feet aren't turned out. And then I just want you to rise up and down on your toes. So as you're rising up and down on your toes, check that your feet aren't rolling out. You can hold on to something that helps you balance. Now let's just circle your foot, and again you can have your foot on the floor or you can have your foot lifted. A couple of times in one direction and then back round the other way. So let's do that with the other foot then. Again, circling your foot either with your foot on the floor or with your foot off the floor. A couple of times in each direction. So just warming up the ankle joint. Okay, now this time see if you can lift your toes, just your toes. So I'm not lifting or rolling back, I'm just lifting those toes. And for some people that'll be quite hard. If you can now, we're going to come up on your toes, lower back down, and then just a little rock back on your heels. So this time you're trying to lift the ball bit here of the foot as well as the toes. So you may prefer to do it like this, just one foot, come up, back down, like that. So that's your easier option. Harder option, coming up with your weight and back down, rock back. Again, you may want to hold on so that you don't rock back and fall over. Good. All right, let's just do some pedaling on the spot this time. So lifting one heel and then the other heel. And you can do this in a seated position as well. Good. Okay, now think about rolling onto that edge of the foot and in. So I'm just rocking one foot out to the side and back in. So moving our foot in all planes of movement. Let's try that with the other foot. Okay, so this time just coming up on your toes, just on the one foot there, so we're just holding that as a little stretch for your foot. And then back down. So again, just up on your toes and just hold it there as a little stretch for your foot. And then back down. Now you can also stretch your foot this way, so you're going to turn your toes over flat, like that. So here we're getting a stretch in the front of the foot, the toes, and up the front of the shin. So often when you've been coming downhill on long walks, you may find you get shin splints, that achy feeling in the front compartment of your foot, of your leg. So this is a nice one to stretch that. So of course you've got your traditional exercises where you can do heel raises on a step, on a stair, but I want to show you your calf stretches. So start with your feet together, take one step back in a straight line. So both my toes and heels are facing in the same direction. I haven't turned that back foot out at all. So my hips are still pointing in the same direction. And then I just bend that front knee. So it's bringing the hips forward. I'm not leaning with my body. So all that weight's still travelling down into that back heel. And then we're going to come back slightly. Bend both knees and then bring the hips forward. So I'm getting that stretch now a little bit lower around the ankle. Okay, let me show you that this way. So we start with the feet parallel, take a little step back Check that both heels are facing the same way, that I haven't turned that foot in or out. Bend the front knee, first of all, back leg straight. Come back slightly, then both knees, bring the hips forward. Oh, I can feel it in that foot. Okay, let's do one more standing. So, bit of a clever one, this one. Can you lift just your big toe? Now leave your big toe on the floor. Can you lift all the other toes? It's a really good one for working mobility and strength in those ligaments and tendons in your foot. Now what about doing a Mexican wave? Lift your big toe, then each toe one at a time. Lower it down, little toe, next toe, next toe, next toe, big toe. So again, see if you can roll up, big toe, one at a time, and back down. That takes a bit of concentration and practice. And I can't do it the other way. Okay, let's make our way down to the floor. So, grab hold of your foot, and again, you can do some exercises here, sitting on the floor. Circling your ankle a couple of times each way, so just getting a bit of mobility in that joint. Okay, pointing and flexing your toes. So again, I'm just using my hand just to cup my toes and point and flex them like that. And then I'm going to use it to just move the whole of the ankle up and down. And again, I can hold it there as a stretch. So just cupping under the toes. And then the other way, pushing it away. And then I can turn that foot out and in. Good. Okay, let's do that with the other foot. So again, just circling your foot a couple of times in each direction. Pointing and flexing your toes. And the whole of the foot up and down. Hold that stretch. And then the other way, hand on top of your foot, pushing your foot away. And again, a little bit side to side. So let's have those legs out in front of you. And again, pointing and flexing. So trying to lift your heels off the floor. So it's really good work for your calves, as well as your ankles, and pointing your toes. Okay, let's go side to side. Have your feet slightly apart. Now try and make the movement come from the ankle, not the knee and hip. Turn your feet in, turn your feet out. And you may get cramp. If you need to, stand up, stretch it out. Good. And relaxing there. So, another little stretch for those shins is on your knees and just sitting back like that. So you're stretching again the front of the foot and the shins. If you bring one foot forward, try and keep that foot flat there, and just bring that weight forward slightly. So again, you're stretching here around the bottom of the ankle and calf. So I'll show you that. Foot there, and again, I'm just stretching slightly forward. And then releasing there. Okay. Come onto your toes. And again, this is just a good one to do. Stretching the bottom of your foot, challenge your balance. And then if you really want to challenge it, Come back up to standing, stay on your toes. And then place your heels down. Excellent. Hope that helped. Let me know.